Perfect. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this class, this training, webinar, whatever you want to call it. But I call this a learning environment, right? Welcome. My name is Wisdom, and well, I represent TWS. TWS is a tech startup, right? We are into a couple of things like providing support, AI, cloud computing, and you name it. But those are three major areas. But today we are focusing strictly on artificial intelligence. Now, please, at some point, I'm going to ask you guys questions, and you guys, please, you can answer me either, by, I think you can unmute. You should be able to unmute your mic when you want to speak, or you can type your response in the chat. Whatever is convenient for you is fine. I'm okay with that. The point is, just want everyone to have a good experience today. Now, quick question: you guys can see my screen, right? The screen that has the slide. You guys can see that, right? If you can see that, just type in the chat. Let me know you can see that. And just by the way, it's gonna be interactive. I will also employ that if possible, if you have a computer in front of you, it's actually gonna help. It's actually gonna help. Yeah. So if you have a computer in front of you, please, you're gonna make use of it. And if you don't have one in front of you, if you can get one, if you have access to one, please um let's make use of that. Anyway, let's just get down to the business of the day. AI for business. Now, I'm going to try to demystify a couple of things about AI. What AI is, how you can use it, what is the best approach, right? What are some of the best approach to using this technology, and what are some of the benefits that it actually brings to us, right? All right, not to waste too much time. Now, I'm going to start with a quick question. I'm going to ask everyone a quick question. Now, how many of us here has ever used ChatGPT or things like Google Gemini or anything in that like? I mean, how many of us have ever used tools like that? If you've used those kind of tools, I just wanted to type in the chat. Yes, I have. I just want to know because I'm trying to get a feel of the entire class. I'm trying to get a feel and see, how much experience each one has, so I can actually tailor our conversation to match, the skill set or the strength of the class. But honestly, yes, yeah. Thank you, Ola. Now, honestly, like I mentioned, you don't need to have used all these tools to actually join this class. As a matter of fact, if you don't know nothing about I promise you that by the end of this session, you're gonna have an idea what it is, and you're even gonna become a professional, user of the tool. That's the goal for today. Um, just give me one more second. I need to get something out of the way. Let me get something out of the way. Um, let me get this out of the way. 1 second, guys. Let me get this out of my way. Uh, yeah, it looks like okay. Now I'm gonna switch that. All right, cool. Um, so a few of us have had ChatGPT. A few of us have used the tool before. Now, what we're going to try to do today, we're going to try to understand what those tools are, what they really are. We're going to learn a little bit about generative AI, what are those, and we're going to talk about LLMs, large language model. We're going to talk about what that is. Then we're going to dive into prompt engineering, a little bit of prompt engineering. Then we're going to look at advanced tools like RAG. I know some of you might have not heard. I know some persons here probably haven't heard about RAG. Now, there are different areas of AI. I'm going to try to demystify some of those things today. Then we look at hands-on experience. We're going to actually look at prompts, the effective prompts. We're going to actually do some of this, and that's why I was saying, if you have a computer in front of you, it will be great because you can follow along and you can try some of these things. Now, and even if you don't have a computer in front of you, it's still okay. because at the end of the day, you're gonna get the recording, and I will be providing you guys. I think if you guys actually saw the flyer, I'm gonna be providing you prompts back. I'm gonna give you 10 very effective prompts that I think you can start using in your business today to start seeing results, and a few other things I'm gonna be giving to you. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. Now, let's start with the elephant in the room, AI. What exactly is artificial intelligence? Now, when we talk about artificial intelligence, what we're talking about is just systems, group, a system or a group of systems that are designed to carry out specific tasks. Now, again, like the word, like we mentioned, it is artificial. So it is when we give machine intelligence such that they can perform tasks just like the way every other human can perform. Well, just like every other human can perform, right? It is machines learning to do things like we do. Now, there are different branches or areas of artificial intelligence. We have things like machine learning, where that machine learning falls on that deep learning, right? We can actually train a machine to behave or mimic a human being, or in some other cases, even outperform, most humans, right? And then we have generative AI, which every one of us here know. We all use we all use ChatGPT and the rest. Now, ChatGPT is going to fall under generative AI, right? Because the AI is able to think about what the output is supposed to be and then spit it out. So then that's why when you go to ChatGPT, for example, I'm going to pull up ChatGPT here. You go to ChatGPT, like I told you, I'm going to be very practical today. You go to ChatGPT and say, you say something like, I need a house, for instance. Yeah, I'm going to stay logged out for now. See, I just typed a few sentences and then it's spitting out a bunch of response. It's generative. It can predict what the next outcome would be, right? That's why they are called generative AI. Now, AI has been around for a long period of time. A lot of us just think, oh, it's new. It's not new. It has been around for quite a long while. It's just that a lot of us are, it's just that, I think open AI kind of made it, more open to everyone to access. Now, this is just the evolution of AI. AI has been around for some time. You can see as early as the early 50s, AI has been around. Even in the 20s, that's from 2010 to 2020, we started seeing things, in the deep learning area, right? And computer vision. So, and from in 2020, we have things like generative AI, which every one of us here we are used to, LLMs and the rest. So AI has been around for a long time. It's not new. Now, how can AI impact your business? Well, so many ways. Well, first, AI can actually speed up your process. Like for instance, I know you know it usually would take maybe a couple of days to plan, to write your social media posts. But now I can generate one whole year worth of content in under 30 minutes. Speed. AI can help you find patterns. If you don't have to pay someone to help you analyze your data. AI can do data analysis for you. Yeah, AI can analyze your data and tell you if it's spotting a trend or if it spots a trend or whatever it is. AI can tell you all that. Now, AI, in case you don't know what to do, like I know I use this a lot. Sometimes I want to do certain things, but I'm not sure how to go about it. I can just put that in AI, give it a prompt, and then it brings up idea. And most of the time, I actually brainstorm with AI. Like if I have an idea, I want to brainstorm. I don't have anyone around. I can actually brainstorm with AI. So AI can actually help us with all of these things. Now, let's look at generative AI and large language model. Now, I just said something earlier that a lot of us here uses ChatGPT. We use Google Gemini, we use Claude or whatever AI we use. Even use DeepSeek. DeepSeek is the one from China, and it's actually not a bad model. It's a good model actually. If you've used it. Now, but what are all of this? When we say LLMs, large language model, what exactly are we referring to? Now, when we talk about large language model, in essence, we're talking about, I don't want to go too much in depth so that I don't get most people confused, because I want to keep it as basic as possible so that everyone here can actually learn from it. So even if you don't know anything about computer, and that's the goal today, to keep it simple. Now, large language model are, you know, they are neural networks. Now, when we say neural network, we're talking about a network that can learn. It's just the same way our brains are wired. Our brains will have a lot of neurons, right, all connected, and that's how we retain memory. Now, a neural network is an artificial intelligent, network, or artificial intelligent brain that can learn. So LLMs are just neural networks that have been trained with massive amount of data sets. For instance, if you think about OpenAI, now when OpenAI first started, OpenAI is the company that actually makes ChatGPT. They trained ChatGPT on almost every single piece of data you have on the internet. So almost every piece, and that's why when you type any question to ChatGPT, it can spit out an answer because it has been trained with all of those data. So it is just the data that it has access to that is actually spitting back to you. Now, LLMs, they learn patterns and relationship. They look at the patterns and they learn from it, right? And they generate text just like human based text. But the thing is, if you are new to AI and you start using it for generating text, it's going to be very easy to spot that it's AI generated, right? Because there are a lot of things that actually speaks out because it's AI. But there are ways you can actually avoid that. Now, LLMs, the way they work is, when they're first created, they are pre-trained, right? During the pre-training, you're teaching the model, language, you're teaching it patterns, and this usually will be from thousands and billions of documents. Like, the entire you scrape all the data you have on the internet. Then once you've done the initial training, then the next step is the fine tuning. Now, the language model itself is giving or is trained to do specific tasks or specific things. Then how many of you have ever wondered that, okay, when I actually type stuff to ChatGPT, how does it actually generate all this? When does it know when to stop? Now, the way the language model actually interprets or interacts with you is through the use of we call them tokens, right? Just think about tokens as those words, the words that are being generated, the text that are being generated, just think about them as tokens. That's how it knows. And that's how it keeps track of what the conversation it has had with you, or what conversation is having with you, and what is the next word that you might want it to spit out. So it tracks all of those with tokens. Again, I'm going to keep it at that level. I don't want to go too much in depth. Then we have parameters. Parameters are just I told you it's a neural network. So when it's the knowledge connection in the model. So all the knowledge that it has learned, or making a connection between those knowledge is what the parameter is about. Then you have the temperature. The temperature, in essence, just tells the model, how much, what's the word I'll use, that how much do you want it to be real? So the level of creativity. Now, for most of you, you probably might not have access to, to adjust all of this. Yeah, most of the language model you have in the market don't have access to, adjust this from the web interface. But if you're actually dealing with it from an API perspective, don't worry. If you don't know what API is, don't worry about that. But just think about it. If you're actually dealing with it from a programmer's perspective, you can adjust some of these things, the way you want it. Now, I might show you if we have time. I might show you an example later. There's actually an application that I actually built that that actually uses one of this language model through API. I'm going to show you the back end if you have time to see how you make those adjustments. But again, as if we have some time, because it's out of scope for what I want to talk about today. But just for curiosity, I can show you if we have some time. Now, what are some of the popular language models you have out there? Now, I forgot to mention this. If at any point you don't understand what I'm saying, please just let me know and I will actually stop and try to explain it better. Okay. Now, what are some of the popular language models we have out there? We have, ChatGPT, which you all know. Well, ChatGPT is the brand name, but in reality though, the model is called GPT-4. If I pull up what I had there before, to look up here, this is ChatGPT. Now, if you actually, okay, so it doesn't let me change the model if I'm actually if I'm not actually logged in. But if you actually go there, you can actually adjust the model. Now, each model, I'm going to tell you, each model is actually more advanced than the previous. Like, for example, if I show you Gemini, let's do Gemini. If I show you Gemini, for instance, now Gemini is the model from Google. You can see over here I'm using model 2.0 Flash. If I actually click on this, you see there are other models. Now, just understand each of this model has been trained differently. Each of these models, some of these models are designed to do specific tasks. Like there are some models that are good when it comes to image generation. There are some models that are good when it comes to generative text or generative text. There are some models that are good for that. If you want to do arithmetic mathematics, there are some models that are good for that. So you just need to know what model actually is better for the task that you want to actually carry out. But a lot of us, just use the default, right? So there are different models from different vendors. You have OpenAI, you have Anthropod for Claude. Now I'm going to just tell you this. Sometimes I'm a little bit, I won't say partial, but based on experience, if you're actually doing anything programming, and if you're also generating text, and you want high quality text, like if you're generating newsletters or emails and you want it to sound more human-like, well, Claude is actually very good with that. Claude is good, and mostly programming. Now, so far, it's still one of the best model if you're actually doing codes, if you're doing coding. Claude is good. Now, Google Gemini is also very good, most especially the latest one, as well as ChatGPT. Then you have, I know some of you probably might have not noticed, Llama 3. Now, if you ever use AI inside of WhatsApp or inside of Facebook, you are actually using Llama. So Llama is that's the Facebook model, right? So Facebook owns Llama, or well, it's called Meta. Meta is the name of the company, right? Llama 3. Llama is also Llama is also a very good model, right? Then you have DeepSeek. DeepSeek is the one from China. Is one from China that actually broke the entire internet. Like when it was released, it actually crashed. I think crashed Nvidia. I don't know if you guys are following the news. It crashed Nvidia stock because it's so good, right? And then we have Grok 3, GORK. That Grok 3 is from Twitter. So Twitter owns Grok 3. It's also a very good model. There are different models out there that even is hard to keep track of, what is what, right? It's really hard to keep track. All right. So let's move on to the next thing we have here. Now, what are some of the business applications for me now? What are some of the business application or business use case of LLMs? Of course, very popular content generation. Content generation is one very popular one. Then the next thing you have there is you have productivity, suite. If you actually want to, create meeting summaries, like for example, on Zoom, Zoom has something that we call Zoom AI. Now, Zoom AI is able to keep track and record all of your meeting conversation. And at the end of the meeting, it can actually spit out a summary of what you guys discussed in the meeting. Now, the same thing I think we have on Google Meet. Google Meet has that feature now. Now we can use AI for customer service. Like I'll tell you this for example. If you call my company, right, TDWS, you call our number, it is actually an AI that actually responds to you, but she sounds so real, and you can interact with her. Like if you want to book an appointment, you want to whatever you want to do, it to look like it's a real human that's actually speaking to you. Yeah, that's one of the things that we implemented. We implemented that maybe like last month or 2 months ago. AI actually handles all of our phone calls, but you wouldn't know if I didn't tell you it was AI, you wouldn't know it was AI, right? Because it's so good. Now you can also use AI for marketing and things like that. Now, the heart and the soul of generative AI lies in the prompt. Now the question is, what is prompt? What is prompting? Now prompt is just a way you instruct your AI or your model to carry out the task that you want it to carry out. Now, guys, for those of you who are just joining, we are actually getting into the real thing now. Now we've left all the theory. We're getting into more practical. So the prompt itself is how we instruct the AI. It's just like for those of you who probably studied computer, when you first started learning computer, they tell you computer is garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you put in is what is spit out. Yes, the same thing with AI and prompting. How good your prompt is will determine the results. Now, let's go back here to this first thing I actually put in there. You see over here, I said, I need a house. Okay, what is asking me where you're looking at? Okay, let's say I'm looking for a house. I'm looking for a house in Toronto. Okay, watch what's going to happen. It's just okay. It's even using the search, but fine. It's going to go out there and just find anything and spit it out to me. It's because I just told it I need a house in Toronto. So it's going to go out there, look for any house in Toronto and just spit out to me. But I have not told it the kind of house I'm looking for. So it's just going to assume that everything, goes, right? So the result you get from AI is a product of what you give to it. Now, good prompt is equals to better output, of course. The better the prompt, the better the output, right? Now, there are different frameworks out there that teaches that help you to prompt AI better. Now I'm going to focus on just one of those frameworks. Now I think in the document I'll be sending to you guys after the webinar, I would actually include I think I have two frameworks in there. I teach you how to use two frameworks. It's just a summary of everything we've talked today, and also additional things that I think you will need. So I think I talked about two frameworks there. And for those of you who did not register and that actually would actually got access to the link to this webinar, I would just advise you to look for the registration link and just put your email there, because that's the way I can send it to you, right? So if you did not register previously, you can just go in and just register. Just put your email there, because I need your email to send this link to you. Because all of the summary, I'm going to summarize the whole meeting and send that to you through email, right? And yeah, that's by the way. So I'm going to focus right now on one framework. Now, a framework is just it's just a group of. Let me put it in a simple way. It's a group of best practice when it comes to carrying out a task. Let me put it that way. Yeah, it doesn't just apply to AI. It applies to everything, right? Now, one framework which actually works, at least is beginner friendly, is the ACTS framework, ACTS. Now, what is the ACTS framework? Now, remember this. We're trying to discover the best way to prompt the AI. Mostly, I'm more focused on language model, but again, this applies to anything. Now, the ACT model or the ACT framework is one of the simplest, frameworks that you have out there. Now, what is it all about? It's action, context, tone, and style. Now, what does this mean? You tell the AI what you want from the AI. You give it a background knowledge. Okay, this is where I'm coming from. I'll show you. Don't worry, I'll show you an example now. Then the tone. How do you want it to respond? What tone? Friendly, professional? What tone do you want to respond with? Then style. What? How do you want your output to look like? Now, don't. It's not difficult. This is actually very easy. Trust me. I know it might look intimidating with all of this, but it's actually very easy. When you start prompting, you see that it's easy to prompt. Now, let's look at an example here. So, based on the ACT framework, I want to tell this AI to do something. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to ask it to, you know, uh, take a role, pretend to be something. I said action. What do you want the AI to do? Well, the first part, I'm going to tell you to take a role. Let's be frank. If you want business ideas, or you have business idea and you want to, turn your business ideas into something profitable, who do you go to meet? You go where you meet a business coach, or you meet a mentor that is experienced in that area. Now it's the same thing with the AI. Now remember what I said earlier. This AI, most of this language model, they've been trained with billions of documents. So they know what worked in the past and they know what is working right now. So in order to streamline the knowledge base, I would tell it, you know, who I want it to be. Acts like a professional surgeon with over 30 years experience. That is a role that I'm asking it to play. In the example, I said you are specify what expertise you want the AI to actually play. The context, I'm giving you the background. Okay, I need help with ABC. Then the task, what exactly you want it to do? Go and fetch YFJ. Uh-huh. Then put the result in a table format. That's a structure. I'm telling you to format it. Now, write the report or write me a professional report. Now I'm telling you the tone. The tone has to be professional. Then any other thing I wanted to avoid or any other thing I wanted to do, I put that in a constraint. Yeah, I know it sounds a little bit too much, but no. Look at this example. I want to write a marketing email here. Now let's break this down. You are an experienced email marketing specialist. Now that's the role. Okay. Now let me give it a little bit of background. We are launching a new product, right? A new productivity app for a small business next week. So I'm trying to launch a business app next week. Now, and the app is targeted towards small businesses and small business owner between the age of 30 to 35. Though who are tech savvy, but time poor. I want to target small business owners between the age of 30 and 35. Now, they have this technical knowledge, but they don't have the time to implement, whatever they want to implement in their small business. So I want to target them. So I've given it a context. Now, I have not told it what to do, but I just want to give it some background so that by the time it's actually responding, it's actually putting that information in the response. Now, your task is to write a launch announcement. So I want to create an announcement that I can publish in maybe I can send as an email or I can publish in our social media, whatever it is, right? Now the format should include, okay, so this is an email. The format should include a subject line, a greeting, 3 to 4 paragraph, and a clear call to action. CTA is call to action and sign off. Now the tone, I want it to sound professional but friendly, emphasizing how we solve real problem. You can see I'm giving it more context. Now, the last part, which is constraint, I want you to keep this under 250 words. Because if you don't tell AI, how many words you want, it's just going to keep writing. And sometimes what I found is it might write a very long text, and in the middle of the text, it's just starts spitting garbage. So keep it simple, keep it short. Most people don't like to read long text. I want to target these guys, and I want it to be very fast. I want something that is going to be very effective. So I tell that to the AI. Now, let's look at some more examples here. Now, for these examples, we are going to plug this into our AI. I don't want to just sit here and just talk all day without actually giving you real context. Hold on, let me go. Okay, let's go here. I don't want to type because it's going to take me a while to type. But anyway, let's just do this. I'm going to bring up let's start with the first one. Let's look at content calendar creation. I want to create content. I want to create content for my brand. Now, I tell you are a content marketing strategist, right? Please create a 4 weeks content calendar for our product launch, right? Our product is, describe your product. Our target audience is, then what content do you want? So include content type, topic, publishing platform, and objectives for each piece. So what I'm telling you in essence to do, hold on, let me actually open this. I'm going to actually copy that. I don't want to type it out just for the sake of time. I'm going to open that document. I have it here, which I think I might even share with you guys now. 1 second. I have it right here. I might just share it with you guys. Let me see. Is that the one I have? Okay. Anyway, I want to just copy it. I'm going to copy it and paste. I don't want to type it out. It's just going to take too long for me to type. I'm not an expert when it comes to typing. I love typing, but I don't like typing. Hold on. Let me just open that up. Let me open up the original document. Then I'm just going to copy and paste that. I wanted to see what it looks like when we actually put this into real picture. Now, let me get this out of the way. Copy that. Okay, I'm going to bring up ChatGPT or even Gemini. Let's bring up ChatGPT actually. Let's bring this up. Okay, let me bring this up. Let's go ChatGPT. Now, I'm going to paste this there. Yeah, still log out. So you're a content marketing strategist. Please provide 4 weeks content strategy for our product launch. Our product is, let's say, African yam. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Our target audience is Africans living in Canada. Africans, no, people of Africa. Our target is people of African descent living in Canada and the US. Okay, I'm just plugging things in. Now, don't worry about it. Even if you're spelling this wrong, it's fine. Now, include content type, topic, publishing, what platform should publish on, and the objective for each piece, right? Now, in terms of format, I want you to format it as a weekly schedule with 3 content pieces per week. If I hit send here, what was going to happen? Now, you see right now, it's actually, taking everything I've told it in context, and it's generating everything. Now, remember over here, I said, for each piece, right, format as a weekly schedule. Okay, let's go there. So this is 4 weeks content. This is week 1, Monday. So it wants to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because I said 3 content per week. Now on Monday it wants us to post video. Now this is the topic it wants us to actually focus on. On Wednesday, this is what it wants us to focus on. On Fridays, what it wants us to focus on. The same thing for week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. But imagine this. Let me give you another prompt. Let's say I wanted to. So let me just say, can you let me give you a different prompt. Can you provide social media content for 4 weeks For me, I am selling African yam. Okay. Don't worry. Again, if you miss the spelling, it's going to automatically correct it. Now, as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to do a new chat because it's actually going to learn. It's going to think that I'm doing a follow up of that. I'm going to do a new chat. So I'm going to do a new chat and let's compare the difference. Okay, now it's even smart enough to tell me that, now you see, now because this model is actually smarter or smart rather. I just told it to give me this. I didn't provide any context. Now it's actually helping me to ask me, okay, I'm gonna give you your stuff, but tell me what exactly you want. See, now it's actually prompting you back to ask you questions. Now, if this was an older model, maybe GPT 3.5 or 3, it's just gonna go out and just spit out something to you. You can see this. I think by default this uses GPT 4.0. You can see it's actually smart, and it knows that, hey, this stuff is ambiguous, right? Let's give it more context, and that's why it's asking, okay, answer these questions first. If you answer those questions, then I can provide you, better, what's good, better outputs. Yeah, caller. We are currently using the ACTS model, ACTS. ACTS has a model. That's a framework. We're currently using the ACTS framework. That's what I'm using right now. So yeah, the framework designer is ACTS. So you see, with AI now, you can see that I didn't. It's asking me, hey, you know what? Can you provide me more context? But regardless, though, it still went ahead to generate me some content. Now, if you compare this content that I have here, compare that to what we have. What we have. I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't care. It doesn't keep it. Compared to what we had before, you will discover that the other one is richer. It has more. It has more. It's richer in terms of the content compared to just telling it, okay, do this. No, you need to be able to give AI some context, right? If you want better prompts, you need to be able to provide better context. Now, another example here, you have a customer's response. You're a customer service representative for a software as a service company. Now, a customer has written, you give it the customer's message, then draft a response that address their concern. Now, offer a solution and maintain brand voice. Again, you should have trained the AI, what your business sounds like, right? You would have trained your AI what your business sounds like. But again, I'm going to show you guys that, but not in this class. Uh, Let me see. Does someone have a question? Okay, no, maybe it's just me thinking that. Okay, you would have trained your AI, what your business is about. Now, the last one I have here is generating business reports. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay. Uh, okay, I'm hearing some sound. I don't know what the sound is about, but anyway. Um, Let me. Does that mean someone is waiting in the waiting room? Okay, right. Let's just continue. I don't want to be distracted. Now, let me show you this last one here. Let me actually pull up. I'm gonna pull up a real. I'm gonna pull up something real here. Let's pull up something real. Let's pull up something real, and let's actually look at the one I just talked about now. Let me do the business reports because I know most of you probably might be in that shoe. You're doing a lot of business and you want to write reports. Um, let's do that. So let's pull that up. Now you're a business analyst. Summarize key findings from our quarterly reports. Now you should have given it a report. Um, Let me just generate a fake report. Let me generate a fake report. I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna do a new one. Just generate a fake report that I'm gonna use for this prompt, so you can see, how it actually works. Let's pull this up. Um, let's see. 1 second, guys. Looks like we have more persons waiting in the. Uh, Wait. Let me see. Yeah. Let me turn off. Hold on. Let me turn off waiting room so that everyone can actually come in. Yeah. Okay. Turn that off. All right, cool. All right. So let's generate. I'm going to generate. I just try to generate the fake business report for the last quarter. Now again, I don't care about what we just want to generate something. I don't care about what it generates or what doesn't. I just want to generate something. Percy, you have a question? Your hands are raised. Do you have a question? Percy, I see your hand is raised. You have a question you want to ask? Okay, I'm just going to continue. Now, this is a fake report I just generated for this fake business, right? I'm just going to copy that report, right? I'm going to copy that report as it is. I will copy that report. Then I'm going to feed this into our AI. So generate me key findings from the quarterly report. I'm going to paste the report here, or you can paste it anywhere you want to paste it. Right. So highlight major trends, risk, format a response in a heading, bullet point, and so on and so forth. So that's a report. Now, even if you have a report in PDF or any other format, Word document, you can also upload that instead of pasting. You can upload it if you want to, whatever format you have. So let's click that. Let's see what it does. Now you see it has taken this report that I have here, and then it has broken it down into a real report, starting with executive summary. Of course, that's where most reports are written, with the key findings and some of the trends, and some of the risks and challenges based on the information from that report. You can see it's actually doing data analysis. It's analyzing that data because I told it to act like a data analyst, right? And giving us opportunities and trends, and also talking about strength, and also the outlook for the coming year, right? So it has broken everything down. The point I'm trying to make with this is, whatever you feed to your AI is what is going to spit out to you. Now, more examples. Then I'm going to ask you guys, we're going to do a practical demo using your own information. Anyone can volunteer at that point, but not now. Now let's look at this. This is using the ACT model, ACT framework. Now I said you are a business consultant. Create a one-page proposal for digital marketing agency pitching social media marketing. So this is you have a digital marketing agency. You want to actually pitch your services to a potential client, right? So you're pitching to a local restaurant chain. Now this is what you want to include: brief introduction of our service. Again, you would have actually trained this AI, and if I actually want to do this, I would actually give the AI maybe information about my business ahead of time, right? Or I can put the link to, if it's ChatGPT, I can put the link to my website, right? And just give. Or if I have business, if I have maybe business operations or our services in a document, I can give ChatGPT that document so that it can actually learn about my business before it actually spit out anything, right? But let's take this information that we have here. Let's try to plug this into our AI, and let's see what magic. No, not magic. Actually, it's not actually magic. Let's see how it responds to that. I'm going to take that. The first one. I'm going to take this right now. I'm going to copy all that. 1 second, guys. Let me copy that. I don't want to type it, so I'm going to just copy it. Let's go back to our chat GPT over here. Now I'm going to tell it, let me just create a new chat. It's always good to create a new chat when you want to do stuff, because otherwise it's going to use the information from the current chat and use that, to answer your question. So you are a business consultant, create a one. Again, I would advise you to provide ChatGPT with information about your business. Now, this is actually what it found, right? This is actually what it's spitting out. Now, I'm going to now provide it information about my business, right? Okay, cool. So it's just, right, this is everything that's written. So I'm going to take the same prompts. Then I'm going to just put at the bottom there, here's a link to my business page. to learn from, or to learn about our service. I want to give it more context, right? Or if I have maybe a document, I can provide it that document. So now it's going to search the web, just try to understand what we do. Then it's going to rewrite. It's going to rewrite that. Okay, it's even it's even generating it's even generated me some images, which is fine. But here's what it is. Okay, cool. You can see now it has customized it, right? That's our name there. Compare it to what is here. So the more context you provide to the AI, the better it is. It just shows a random name there, but now it's actually customizing it based on what we do, right? And based on what we do, it's actually customizing the whole of that the outputs to what we do. So again, it's always a good idea to give the AIs the more context you provide to the AI, the better, right? That's one of the things you need to understand. The more you provide to it, the better. Now, the same thing. This is for business proposal. The same thing. If I want to do social media campaign, which I know a lot of us actually here might be interested in. Okay, hold on. Looks like someone has a question. Um. So okay, all I say, how do you train it? Is it only by feeding it with information about your business, or is it that's the easiest way to train the AI. The easiest way is to provide it information. Now if you want to take it one step further, you can create, like on ChatGPT, you can create custom GPTs. Now with custom GPT, you are actually creating an AI specifically for your particular task. Like you can create custom GPTs for different things. Like maybe if you're writing emails, you can train an AI just to write email to sound like you. So you create a custom GPT, like OpenAI calls it. Then you feed it with all the information about your business, provided all the documents. Then you tell it what you want it to do with that information. Like, okay, write emails based on, write emails that sounds like me using the information that is in this document. So every time it wants to write something for you, it's going to use that information. But again, the easiest way, if you keep on using ChatGPT every day, giving it information about you, it knows. That's the easiest way. But if you want to take it one step further, you can create custom GPTs. Um, Caller is asking, do we need to use Canva with ChatGPT for business proposals, or just ChatGPT is enough? Now, Canva is just going to be for, maybe if you want to design the proposal, yeah. But ChatGPT is enough. ChatGPT with Microsoft Word or any word processor, yeah, you can use that, right? You can use Microsoft Word and just take all the content. Of course, you need to reformat it when you take it to Microsoft Word. Now, even if you're taking it to Canva, you still have to reformat it. Yeah, Canva is just to give it that, effigy or that look and feel, right? But you can use ChatGPT and just any word processor by itself, as long as you format it properly. There's sometimes, but the thing I found is most of these GPTs, they're actually getting better in the sense that the document formatting is better. It's getting better. Now, in the past, it used to be terrible, but now it's getting better. So you don't necessarily need to use Canva, right? But you can actually design your flyers, your marketing materials right from ChatGPT into Canva. Yes, ChatGPT can do that for you now. No, not like that. It can do that for you right from time, not now. So you can actually do that right from ChatGPT, and then it's going to, create that in Canva. All right. So I know a lot of persons are probably interested in social media campaign. Now let's look at how we can create. Like honestly, I also use I use AI for my social media campaigns because it's hard. It's hard enough to create one single post. As a matter of fact, though, even most of the time I brainstorm, video ideas. I want to create a video, but I don't know exactly, what I need for the video. I brainstorm with AI. Now, again, I can tell you personally for me, I use ChatGPT, I use Gemini, I use Claude. Now, there's also another one I use, which is it's not really a language model, but it's just a platform that has everything. It is you.com. You.com. Yeah, this is one platform I use that actually brings everything together. This actually has a bunch of stuff. Now, let me focus on this for now. So let's look at the social media one. I said your social media strategies. Create 2 weeks campaign plan for launching a new organic skincare. Okay, this is fine. So I'm launching a new organic skincare. This is probably a brand new business. Now, our target audience is this. So this is our target audience now between the age of 25 to 40. Now, I wanted to include the theme for the campaign and hashtags we should be using. Now, 6 post ideas with drafts, for Instagram. There are 3 ideas for engaging followers, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm just going to click this and watch the magic happen. So now it's going to give me a plan. This is a plan, right? So our theme is nature on your skin. It emphasizes purity, sustainability, and so you can read the rest. Now, the hashtag will be nature and skin. That's the hashtag. Now, it moves on to the post idea. For Instagram, this is the post. Now, for day one, it wants us to create a video reel. Now, it tells you the best option in terms of posting to those platforms. Like if you actually want to get, maybe if you have the time, you want to sit down and get, maybe I want to get 100 subscribers. Now you can actually sit down and do the planning with ChatGPT. I'm going to tell you this truth. AI can help you plan, but AI needs you to do the work. But it's interesting that in today's day and age, it has gone one step further. I will briefly talk about that towards the end of the class. That's AI agents. You probably might have heard about some of you probably might have heard about AI agents. AI agent is massive. It's massive. It's crazy, right? You don't even need to do anything anymore. Just build the agent and it does the rest. But let's put that on the side. Let's not digress. So it has created an Instagram post for me, right? It has, I talked about the product features, right? So for day two, I want us to talk about product. We talk about one of the features of the products. If we have, again, we are doing facial product. So we're probably going to have cleanser. Now I want us to create a carousel post for this, and this is everything we need to create that post. It has given us all the ideas in terms of visual. It wants us to use slides that is showing product texture, the ingredient, and the benefit. So it's giving us ideas, right? And if you want to take this idea one step further, you can actually ask it to generate the content for this. For example, I can say, generate, can you help me generate content for day one or for day two? Now, I'm telling that because it has the context already. It has the context already. So I don't have to, start telling art. No, it has the context already. It has all the information. I just wanted to expand on that. So over here, you can see what it has done. Hold on, where's my okay. So for day two, Instagram post. So it gave us a theme. The purpose of it is that. Now for the first slide, we should use this. This is what it wants us to use, and this is the content of that slide. Now you can easily generate this, with Canva. Now you can integrate Canva with ChatGPT and generate it from there, or you can decide to go to Canva yourself manually and just do that. If you go to Canva yourself and just maybe create a Instagram carousel, whatever you want to do. Instagram, select a team. Instagram. We're doing let's okay. Let's say we're doing reels, for example. You can select a reel that matches what you want, or you can just select anything for now. Select anything for now. Then you can come in there and just search for skincare. I can change the theme later. I can come back to the theme and change that to skincare. So let's go to theme. No, let's go to theme. So I can do skincare and look for all template that matches skincare. So maybe I like this one. Or where did you go to? Or maybe I like this one. I can use this if I want to, or whatever you want to use that matches your brand. You can use that. Let's say I want to use this. Then I'm going to customize this to match my brand. It's that easy, right? But you can also do this directly from ChatGPT if you want to. One day from ChatGPT, you have to use custom GPT for that, right? If you want to do from ChatGPT, you're gonna have to use custom GPT, but you need to be signed in anyway. Let me see if I'm signing in. So if I go here, you're gonna go here, explore GPTs. Now, if you're starting up afresh, you will not see any of this. It's because I have been using this for a while. So if you click on explore GPTs, you can search for Canva here. Canva, search for Canva. Then once you open Canva, now they even have more. They even have more custom. So they have Canva, just general Canva. Now before now it was just this one. Now they have the one for generating image and background. So choose what matches what you want to do. You select that, and then the prompts that you gave to ChatGPT, you're actually going to put the prompts here on Canva, right? Put the prompt there on Canva, right? To give it context, and then it's going to generate your content for you. Again, I don't want to spend time on that because it's out of scope for me. With the 2 hours constraint we have a lot to cover in 2 hours. I don't want to spend time on that, but that's how you would do it if you actually wanted to do it, right? So your prompt really matters. Now I want to do something more practical right now. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask anyone. Okay, this is also product. This is for product description. Of course, you follow the same process. Now, I want to ask anyone because I want to do something more practical now. Now, let's use if you have a product you want us to actually create I want us to create content for. Let's quickly do this practical exercise. Now, I want you to tell me, you can unmute your mic if you want to, or if you want to type in the chat, whatever you want to do. Tell me what industry you're in, like what industry are you in? Oh, okay, maybe you're in the grocery business. Yeah, I know you might have heard me say grocery a lot because I do grocery. And what
Okay.
are some of the common?
It's
Yeah, is who's that? Is that
it's, it's Roxanne.
Oh yeah, Roxanne. Okay,
Yeah, I was thinking along the line of I have a marinade company called Miss Fatty Hattie.
okay. Can you put that in the chat? Put that in the
Yes,
chat.
I'll type it in. I'll
Yeah,
type
type in
it
the
in.
chat. Yeah. So I need what industry you're in. What are some of the tasks that you would like to optimize? Maybe you want to write content or write social media posts, or maybe you need help with emails or whatever it is. Put that there. And how do you want it to sound? Just put that there. We're gonna use maybe one or two persons. Yeah, Roxanne is gonna give us hers, and yeah, maybe one or two, just to show you how to properly structure your prompts. Because remember what I said, you know, the quality of your output is based on the input. Now you can apply now while we wait for Roxanne, you can apply this method to anything. Okay, let's say for instance you want to write no, while we're waiting for Roxanne, let me pull this up. Let's say I want to write a resume. I have a job I want to apply for. Uh, yeah, email marketing for security guards. Who are you trying to target? But before we get there, let's say I want to write, I want to write my resume, right? I have my resume. I'm going to tell it, the same way, act as a professional, or let's say you're a professional resume writer. I like to tell it with this is just me with 40 years of experience, right? Then I give it a context. I'm trying to apply to this role, and this is what all I have over 20 years experience in doing ABC. Then I'm trying to apply to this role. This is my sample resume. Can you rewrite this resume and tailor it to match the job description? Maintain the same length as the original resume, and give me a Word document and just hit enter, and that's it. It's going to just rewrite the resume based on your context. Now let's take Okay, let's take Roxanne first, then I'll take caller. Now, Roxanne, I'm just gonna put yours here. Copy. Let's paste that there. Let's read what. So, Ms. Hotty, Jackie Marinade, help writing. Okay, business. So, your focus is business plan. Okay, for food industry. Uh, who are my competitors, and how do I set my business apart? So now you want to write business plan, as well as you're trying to find your competitors. Now,
Competitors.
what I would suggest for this is let's do this in two prompts, not one prompt. Let's do it in two prompts, right? Because I'll tell you why. The reason why is you don't want to give this AI too much stuff and then it starts spitting nonsense and it start hallucinating, like they say. So let's start with the first one. Let's start with the first one. Okay, let's say you are an expert. You are an expert um, business planner. I think business planner actually help you write your business plan. Yeah, that's a business planner. Now this is me. This is what I do. Like not just writing it out. You're an expert business planner with I'll say 20 years experience. I always like to tell you how many years experience you should have. Okay, 20 years experience. Okay, uh, we are Roxanne, is this business new or is it existing?
It's existing,
Oh, it's existing. Okay, okay.
but I
Uh,
haven't like formalized the plan. I've just been, doing like selling the product to
yeah.
friends and families.
So do you have anything outside, like any material documents in the public space that we can
Yeah,
actually
if you
reference?
go on Facebook, you'll see Miss Holly Holly Jerk
Okay,
Marinade Facebook.
okay, cool. Okay, cool. We are or yeah we are uh, um, I don't should I say spice company or what do I call it? Now, no,
It's seasoning, so it's
oh,
authentic
seasoning. Okay,
herb, yeah, seasonings,
okay,
season and marinades.
okay. Authentic seasoning. Uh, let's say authentic. Okay, seasoning, seasoning business. Okay. Uh, with let's say with presence in with social media presence. So I wanted to actually go out to look for anything about you. That's why I just put social media. You can actually specify Facebook and specify your Facebook link, whatever is more convenient for your social media presence. ENC. Okay. Now let's say our business name is Miss Hottie Hottie Jerk and Marinade. Let me just take the other part out. Okay. I need you to help me create a business, or I think it was business proposal, right? A business plan. Okay, create a
Business
business.
plan.
Oh, okay. Oh, now I see what you're saying. You want to do computer analysis with within the business. Okay, now I understand.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we can do that in one prompt. We don't need two prompts. We can do that in one prompt. Now I need your help. I need you to help me create a business plan that stands out. I just want to give some stands out. Um, let's say we are about to launch, or we're already existing, or we already have some customers. Again, the more information you give to it, the better. We already have some customers, and we're looking to expand. Okay. Oh, I forgot to even tell it. We are based in. I forgot to tell our base. Uh,
It's
we're
Barry,
based.
Ontario, or so you can say Simcoe County.
We are based in. Let's say we are based in Ontario or Toronto. We're based in Ontario. So let's expand. Let's expand the business. We are based in Ontario, Canada. Yeah, okay, good. Let me give it context so he knows where exactly what area we're looking at. We already have some customers and we're looking to expand our business. Um, we would also now we okay. I would also like you to do a detailed uh competitor. Let me just use the whole thing, competitor analysis. Let me get out of here. A detailed competitor analysis. Uh, food industry. Okay. What specific uh, food industry you think you believe we would do well? Would do well, and also find our okay. Also find out. Also do no. Let's also do a deep research to understand who our competitors are and how do I set my business apart? Okay, let's keep it that simple. I'm going to just copy that first. I'm going to hit enter. So now, Miss Howdy Jack and my location Ontario, Canada, industry food manufacturing, seasoning and sauce. Yeah, mission is this. Now let's look at where the magic is actually happening. Miss Howdy, this let me see. So the target food industry segment. Oh my God, I never told you were Caribbean, but it's just focused on the Caribbean. So the Caribbean seasoning market in Ontario is expanding growth. Okay, interest in ethnic. Now, our primary focus will be retail sales, food service industry, so partner in restaurants. So it's just giving you some ideas what to do. Now, computer landscape. Okay, good. It actually went out and it did this research and it found Grace. I know Grace Food is actually very big on seasoning. Yeah, I know Grace Food. Now, Miss Dog. I don't know who these folks are though, but so these are your competitors, right? Now, so how do you set yourself apart? It's study you need to be authentic, small brand. Yeah. So these are just ways. These are ways to actually do that, and this is a market. Now this is not robust enough. If I actually wanted to expand more on that, I can tell you to expand more on this. Expand more on. I can maybe pick a segment. Can you expand more on the competitor landscape? Let's just say, can you expand more on the competitor landscape? I want you to expand more on that. Again, I can also tell you what I want you to do in terms of expansion. Okay, how do you want it to expand, right? But you see over here, what I would now, if I was one doing this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to take all of this. I want to take all of this as it is right now. I take all of this, right? I'm going to put that in a Word document. Let's see. I hope it doesn't open. I hope it doesn't switch screen. Okay, cool. So I'll take this, put it in a Word document. This is how I would do it. Put that there. Now, this is more like an overview. Now, I want to expand. Okay, what do I like? What don't I like? Hold on, let me get this out of the way. Okay, what do I like? What don't I like? Okay, I like this executive summary. I think it can be expanded more. I can ask to expand on that. The business overview is cool. I can ask you to expand on that. But let me just focus on the competitor landscape for now. I wanted to expand on the competitor landscape. Now, let's see, what did this spit out for me? Cool. So now it has expanded on the competitor landscape. Now, over here, it has done, it has given me Grace Food, this, that, this. Now, this is reasoning from a business planner. Now, if I switch the role now to a business analyst, it's going to actually spit out more things. So you can see what we've just done. We've just started with a business planner to plan the business. Now, let's say I want to expand more on this. I can actually ask you to take a different persona. Okay, let's plan this from a business analyst perspective. And the output is going to give to me is going to be different. if I just write a business proposal for this, it's just going to spit out something. But am I going to be using real market data? Maybe not. So let's take this. I'm going to take just this part, for example. Take this, for example, because I'm still planning, right? Let me go here because I wanted to do this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my Word document right here. And I'm going to look at this part. So this is the part I'm using. I'm going to copy everything here and replace it. Replace it with what I have. The one I just got now. So you can see now I'm beginning to expand this. I'm beginning to expand this. Now, if I like what is here, or if I want more insight, more detailed insight, I can go back and say expand this. You just keep on expanding. Now, it's always good to start it small and expand it, little by little, than just, making it do everything at once. Now, why is this better? Because if you make it do everything at once, there is a chance that it might hallucinate. There's a big chance it might hallucinate. It might start spitting out what is not right. But if you actually, take it the way I'm doing right now and start expanding each section, section by section, you're gonna get to the point whereby, at the end of the day, you're gonna have something that is reasonable. Now, the reason I'm saying is, I think in one of the classes that I taught, a while ago, we actually did business proposal, right? And I actually showed the student there, why it's better to actually start. Because if you ask AI to just write a business proposal for you, let's say, no, not business proposal, RFP. No, request RFQ and RFP. If you just ask AI to just write everything out for you, it's going to hallucinate. So give it all the context you need. Let it spit out the first version. Read through the version that it spits out. Now, and start expanding the area you want to expand. So we can keep on expanding this, just one more before I look at colors, stuff and all that. Let's say, for example, I want to expand on the marketing strategy. So let me put that there. Can you expand more? Can you expand more on the marketing strategy? Now, it's going to give me more information about our marketing strategy. Now, you can see here is actually giving me more information than what I have here. So it's taking what I have here already. Where is that? It's taking what we have here already and just expanding it more. You can keep expanding. You can keep on expanding for as long as you want. Okay. So you continue in that light until you actually get exactly what you're looking for. Now, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Caller, you want to write an email marketing for a security guard company. So the same process. You start with act as an expert email marketer, right? Now, let me see. Say marketing stuff for a security guard company. You can say I run a security guard company that focuses on providing providing security to maybe who your clients are. I don't know wherever your clients. So let's say small business. I just want to choose that as my client. I don't know too much about this security business. Security business, small business. Let's see. So let's say, okay, so I've given an action. So if you go by ACT context, then the tone, and then okay, let's say let's just put it that. So let's say I want you to write. I want the email to sound professional and friendly. Now, I'd like to add this. The goal is to expand. Again, I'm giving more context to expand my client base to about 20 by the end of the month. I'm giving more context. Okay. Keep the email short, no more than one, that's no more than 500 words. Just giving it some constraint. If I hit enter now, again, I know you see a lot of spelling mistakes, but it still will take all of that and make it better. So this is what he has given to me. This is what the AI spit out to me, based on that. If I want to refine it, I can refine this more. If I want to refine it, I can refine it more. Okay, Carla, I didn't see yours as an example, right? But it's the same process. It's just change the business to hospital. That's what you do. Now, Ola is actually giving us a lot of stuff here. But Ola, I'm gonna get back to, but it's the same context. Okay, let me just take Ola, then I'm gonna actually just move on. Um, so Ola is the industry is indoor. So Ola, what do you want to create? Okay, let's just say create an email. Create an email. I think you already have everything. Create an email. You can actually write it down to create an email marketing. Create a marketing email. Create a marketing email for this. Now I'm going to take what Ola actually has there, because Ola has actually, you can actually split it out this way too if you want to. So I've told it the industry is this. The task is so the task is task of my new business launch. Okay, I'm giving it. Okay, I'm giving it a context. Okay, the context is yes, the industry is that. The tone is friendly and educative. So let's take that and let's write that out. Now, I will also show you guys how to write. How to write. Writing the prompt is actually very easy, right? So it has written that. Now let me just quickly show you this before then I'll move on. Now let's go back to what I wrote here. This, right? Now I'm going to take this. Let's open a new GPT. So let's say this is what I've written, right? And I don't know if that prompt is good or not. Let me teach you one simple thing, just a simple trick. The simple trick here is this. I'm going to go back to the prompt that I wrote. This time around, I'm going to ask it to do this. Act as a prompt engineer. And please help me optimize the prompts below. This is one easy way to actually refine your prompts. Hit enter. What was going to happen? So you can see now the prompt is different. Act as an expert email marketer. I run a security guard company that specializes in providing professional security service to small business. I want to write a short, friendly, and professional marketing email, no more than 500 words, that will help me grow my client base to 20 by the end of the month. The email should clearly communicate the value of our security. Yeah, this. So you can see this is different. Now, if I take this now and I paste it back here, I have to write the email. You can see the email it has written for me, right? So AI is not tough. AI is not difficult. If you don't know how to prompt, if there are different frameworks, but if you don't know how to, if you maybe get confused and you don't know what to do, write what you have in mind. Tell AI to act as a prompt engineer and help you revise the prompt. That's one easy way to do it. Okay, that's one easy way to do this. So if you want to maybe you want to rewrite a resume or whatever you want to write the prompt you think you have in mind, then tell AI to act as a prompt engineer and then help you rewrite the prompt. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that there are a lot of things that there are a lot of things that I actually want to show you, but there's time constraint. Now, good, Kola, yeah, good. So exactly that. So it doesn't matter what you want to write, what you think you have in mind, but at the beginning of your prompt, tell it to act as a prompt engineer. So that's the key word there is prompt engineer. Act as a prompt engineer, review the prompt I have and help me optimize it or help me refine it or whatever you want it to do. Just tell it. It's going to rewrite it for you. Now, the last part of what I want to talk about today is RAG, RAG. Now, I'll just keep it very short. RAG is more or less like next level AI. Now, everything we've been doing so far, I told you all of this is just from the data that it has been trained on from the internet or wherever. Now, RAG allows you to train the AI with specific knowledge. Specific knowledge. Like I was telling you guys earlier that if you call my business number right now, a lady is going to pick up the call and interact with you. Now, that lady is AI. She's not real. She's not a paid staff. If you call her any time of the day, she's going to answer you, right? Now, how does she know about our business? We gave it data about our business. That's just one aspect. Now, RAG generally allows you to actually train your AI or train your AI with specific knowledge. Now, there's something I did not tell you guys at the beginning, but I'll say to you now. Now, AI generally, there are two ways it actually responds to requests. It either will generate something new from what it already knows, or I'm trying to remember the word they use. It's either generate information based on what it knows, or it can actually predict or generate new information based on what already exists. Those are two ways that AI actually, responds to. So when you send a request to AI, it's either going to take what it already knows and spit out something, or take what it knows and create something new, a new variant of what it already knows. Now, RAG itself is retrieval augmented generation. So what it does is that it takes everything we've talked about so far about generative AI that generates the next token, predict the next token. It takes all of that, but it also has the ability to learn from new knowledge. Now, when ChatGPT first came out, so ChatGPT 3.0 and the rest, they were, it was trained on information from I think from maybe 2 years or 1 year before it was released. So, in essence, the information it's spitting out to you is not always true. So it's spit out information from maybe a year before or 2 years before. But nowadays you have AIs that actually, can spit out information as it is happening right now. Let me give you an instance here. I think one of this stuff is generated. It actually went online to find it. Now, the difference between RAG and your regular, generative AI is that RAG can actually learn, learn about new information on the spot. Yeah, if you give it that information, it can learn. Like most of your LLMs today actually have access to deep reasoning, deep research, and things like that, right? And with deep reasoning and deep research, they can actually go out and look for the more recent information and spit it out to you. Like for example, if I create, let's say a custom, not custom. If I create, let me say, a custom GPT, for instance. I can train that GPT on my information. Now, I was going to do that with you. Now, you can actually create RAGs, on you. I can create. I think you calls it agent. I think it calls it agent. That's what you calls it. Let me see. Yeah, it's actually calls it agent. So look at, for example, I can train. Let's say I want to create an agent to write. So TWS. Let's say I want this guy to be able to write post writer, or whatever it is, or email response, right? Now I do it that way. I can describe this. Now the instruction is what I want to do. I can actually go in here. Let me actually pull up this one that I wrote here. Let me pull up the prompt that I write. So every time I wanted to generate stuff, I want to use the same prompt. I don't want to write any prompt now. I wanted to use the same prompt. Okay, let me just say act as a prompt engineer and refine this prompt. So let me say I want to write company email response, make it professional. Don't worry about the spelling mistakes. It's going to fix all that. I don't want to stress myself, but I want it to just write me a prompt. So you can see just the little stuff I just gave to, just little information I gave, it actually came up with a better, prompt. So I'm going to take this. Again, I'm trying to be lazy. Let's say I want to be lazy. So I'm going to come here. That's going to be the instruction. Now, this is where the magic happens. Now, once I click on create here, okay, good. I can actually do it from here. So you can see over here, I can add source. So I can actually add maybe if I have company's document, I can add my company's document here. Or if I want to do it from the internet, I can actually give it my business address, enables automatically search the web. So let me see. Let's go to here. It doesn't even want me to do. Yeah, I know. I don't have subscription on u.com. That's why it's actually limiting me. Okay, specify. Let me just do. So let me specify the. Let me specify. Let me do deep search. So it's actually going to the website. So I wanted to pull all the knowledge base from my website. Okay, so that's I wanted to do that, and if there's any part of the website I don't want you to look at, I can exclude that here. And if I have document, I can actually give you documents, right? If you have other data set, you can also provide it that data set. So I'm going to click save and close. So I'm going to create this now. I know it's not going to let me run it up. I can create it. So now I have my own agent here. Now, every time I actually ask, if I go back here, new chat, and as my agent is selected, if I ask it any question right now, it will first of all, you know, answer based on the knowledge base from here before it goes out. Now think about it. What's the use case? Oh, we write a lot of business emails. We write a lot of things. We want to always sound like us. This is one typical use case for this. Customer support. I can train an AI chatbot with all the information about me, and then the AI chatbot is going to respond, based on, like, for example, maybe you order stuff, you go to a website, you type in, okay, where's my order? The chatbot can tell you exactly where your order is at, the status, because it has access to that data. But if you go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, where's my order? Okay, where's my order? Where is my food order? It's going to just spit out garbage because it doesn't know. You see, look at this. I don't have the ability to track your order already, yeah, because it doesn't know. But if it's an AI agent or any AI bot that has been trained with our information or that has access to it, it can spit out and tell us exactly where our order is. So the same thing, you can use that for even compliance. Check for reference document. Let's say you have, this is one use case. Let's say you have a big let's say you're a lawyer. You have a big okay. You have the constitution of the country that is very large. Instead of trying to open what page you can actually train your AI bot to learn everything about the constitution. Now, if you want to ask any question, okay, what is this according to section, whatever, it's going to spit it out and tell you because it has access to that knowledge base. You can use it for you can use it for writing sales and marketing products, because now this agent actually knows your product, it knows you, it has all those information, it can actually spit out more direct things regarding your own product, right? Now, I already did the demo. So the demo is what I just did here with u.com. So with u.com, I just created a simple agent here, right? And I actually asked it, to I gave it information about my business, and I can speed out. Let me see. Let's actually use it. Let's go back there. Let's actually use it. So uh, I want. So can you write me uh, customer reply email for new orders? Let's just put that there. So you can see everything. What did they even use? Customer's name. It didn't even use, yeah. I don't know, maybe I don't know what, maybe because I'm using the free one, maybe that's why it's not even spitting out anything regarding my business. Let me, okay, let's say use my business information. Yeah, u.com can be very funny sometimes if you don't have the right subscription. But I can give you another example. There are tons of website out there that actually allows you to, upload, your PDF. Let me look at one of them. Let me just quickly do a quick research. PDF AI. I'll give just one simple one. Let's see. Okay, PDF AI. So PDF AI is one of them. I can actually, yeah, if you sign up for this, I can actually provide this PDF AI with documents. So I'll give you one use case. So let's say you're doing some research, or you're doing whatever you're doing, and you need to go through 1,000, no, maybe 2,000 page documents, or maybe even something for an exam. You can go to tools like this, PDF AI, then sign up, upload your PDF document to it, and then you just start asking it question. You throw a question that is going to reply to you based on the information in the knowledge base. Okay, that's typically the way RAG actually works. Right, like I showed you, if you ask your standard LLM, generic question, you're going to get generic response. Like I showed you here, if I ask it where's my order, it doesn't know anything about the order because it doesn't know. But if you have a RAG, you can if already trained, it has a knowledge base. It can actually go and pull that information from the knowledge base that you've provided, right? And most business frequently asked questions, most of them will actually have AI integrated into it, right? Yeah, most of them have AI integrated in it. Now, a typical, like, now some common examples of RAG, you have LangChain. Now, LangChain actually connects multiple LLMs and other data sources. Now, again, another example would be u.com. U.com actually does that too. U.com does that too. But one of the things I found about u.com more recently is that it needs you to subscribe, right? For it to give you premium stuff, sometimes you need to subscribe. Now, Chroma DB is also another one. Now, most of the time, if you actually think about how to build a rack, sometimes it's actually not simple, right? It's not that simple. Sometimes, you need to, be able to code. But even with that, there are more platforms like u.com, for instance. I didn't have to code anything, right? Size is went on creating custom GPT. Now your custom GPT is also trained with your data, but uh you can, yeah, custom GPT is almost, is I would say, is still a similar process, right? It's still similar. It's still very, very similar to RAG. If you think about it's actually very similar to RAG. um but custom GPT is only on ChatGPT, right? Only on ChatGPT you can create custom GPT. So you can actually train your custom GPT. If you train a custom GPT with your own internal data, then it's actually performing the RAG process. If you actually train it with your own data, yes, it's performing that, right? So it's very similar, very, 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 very similar to it. Um, but again, with custom GPT also, you also need to give it the instructions, right? Now, there are some other websites that you don't need to actually know what prompts to write, or what's coding, or what's um I might be able to show you one of them that I actually have. I actually have one. I might be able to show you one of them. Let me see if I can actually do that. I might be able to show you one. But like I mentioned, custom GPT, yeah, still, if you think about it, if you train it with your own personal data or own customized data, then it's still acting as a RAG. Then there are other platforms that, like I showed you, this PDF AI, you just upload your documents there, and it knows everything about what. So it's going to answer you based on information in the knowledge base. See, the most important thing here is that what distinguishes RAG from your regular LLM is that RAG has some custom, data sets, So it has some custom data sets that is not just general public data. No, it's not your general public information. It has some custom data sets, or yeah, that it can actually retrieve information from. That's what distinguishes it from your regular LLMs. Yeah, but they're still LLMs though, but it's just the retrieval process that is different, right? It is not let me, if I'm going to put it in one word, it is not general. It is not generalized. It is more specific, right? It is more specific. Uh, well, not no. So most platform will charge you. Some other platforms is free. Like if you have OpenAI subscription, monthly subscription, you can create custom GPT. But if you don't have a monthly subscription, it doesn't let you create custom GPT. It doesn't. You can't. That's one example. That's one example of implementation, right? Again, it depends on the platform. Different platforms have different rules, right? Like Claude, for instance, you can also create the same thing, but Claude, it won't let you create unless you have a subscription. Now, most of this platform won't let you, but u.com for some reason allows me to create, but I know it's kind of finicky, but maybe I need to fine tune. Maybe I need to fine tune the one I just created a little bit. I know I created one. Let me see. I created one some time ago. Okay, I don't have it here. Yeah, u.com will allow you, but you probably might need to fine tune things a little bit for it to actually work, right? So it depends on the platform. The platform will determine if you're going to pay for it or if it's going to be free. Okay. Um. Now that actually brings us to everything we have to say for today. There's still a lot more. There's still a lot more um talk about, like AI agents. AI agents actually is actually the new thing. Like you can create AI agents using, well, there are different platforms now, but one of the easiest one, AI agent and AI automation, AI agent, and things like that. Now, I'm just going to show you this. So this is a platform to create AI automation, right? I have a couple of scenarios here that I've created. I have a couple like this this scenario here. Again, I like to play with a lot of things. This actually, for those of you looking for a job, this actually helps you to do your job search. You just feed it, just give it the link to the job you want to apply for and everything, and then give it your resume. It has a resume already. It automatically creates a resume and submits the application for you. So there are a lot of things you can do with AI now. This is just one platform, but I mostly use Anything. Anything is actually a new platform, and it's actually very good. Yeah, Anything is also it's a new platform. It's good, but I'm not going to cover all of that here today, right? And but just to summarize, though, what we've covered a bunch of things today. We looked at how to craft prompts. Prompts is actually one of the key things there. Now we looked at we just looked at introduction to RAG. We didn't really do too much on RAG, just introduction. Now I gave you a couple of examples there. Now for you, the next step will be to start practicing some of these things that we've talked about today. There's going to be a follow-up email, and like I said, those of you who didn't actually fill the initial um, um, what's it called, if you didn't get an email uh, from us about the link to join today's meeting, it probably means that you didn't register the first time. If you got a link, if you got an email that has a link, then you're registered. Now, if you didn't register, I would probably ask that you register. Go back to the Jot form, just register. Now, the reason why I want to register is so that I can send you, as if you didn't register, so I can send you the all the materials from today, as well as additional. So the additional materials I'm going to send to you, I'm going to send a booklet that has about 10 effective prompts that you can use for your business right now, and also just make sure you're in. That's just a major thing. I want to make sure that you're in so that you can actually get all of those materials, as well as the recording. I'm going to send the recording to you. Yeah, the recording also, I'm going to send that. So if you miss anything, you can go back and watch the recording. Okay. Now, for those of you who want to take this stuff one step further, I know we do have a course. Yeah, we do have a course, and I think our next class, the next batch that we have is starting. I believe I think it's this month. I have to check that. I think it's starting. Yeah, it's starting this month actually. It's starting on the 29th. Now it's a 4 weeks. It's a 4 weeks course. This is just a high level overview. Now, if you need more information about it, I think I'm actually going to be sending you the brochure. I'm going to send you a brochure that has everything we're going to cover in that course. Also, in the email I'm going to send for those of you who are interested. Now, it's 4 weeks, 2 sessions per week, 2 hours. It's 2 hours session twice a week. That's 4 hours per week for 4 weeks. We're going to go in depth into a lot of all of this concept. We're going to go in depth into this concept, right? And again, as part of the training, you're gonna get, if you want a one-on-one session, yeah, you're gonna get a free 30 minutes one-on-one session. We can go over your business and see how you can actually implement AI and what areas you can actually implement AI. So you're gonna get that if you actually sign up. Now, regularly we don't. Yeah, the price is actually not expensive. Now, but for everyone on the call today, we're actually giving a 20% discount, right? And so regularly there are two level there are two subscriptions that you can actually have. You can have the general subscription, or this is for the course general or lifetime. Now for general, you have access to the full course. Of course, everyone on the course, like I said, you're going to get a 30-minute session if you want. You can book that. I'll tell you how to book that in the email I'm going to send. But you have access to the full course, and you have 1 year access to all the recordings. Now, if you go for the lifetime access, you have the same thing as well as lifetime access to all the recordings, and you also have access to if you want any time beyond the 30 minutes time, yeah, you can actually book extra sessions. Now, the other thing that and yeah, the classes, yeah, the next class is going to start on the 29th. It's from 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 to 8 p.m. Tuesdays and Saturdays. But I think we're actually moving that to Friday, not Saturday now. I think we're going to move that to Friday. We're trying to accommodate as many persons as possible. Well, based on the class size, right? Based on how much we have for each class. Now, for those of you who might want to, who might want to, yeah, for anyone who actually wants to sign up for the course, I just posted the link in the chat. Now, also in the follow-up email, I'm also going to have a link in the follow-up email for those of you who want to sign up for the class. I'm going to post the link also in the email, but I have the link here in the chat. Now, Roxanne, are you asking for the link to register for this class or for the future class? If it's for this class, I
So
think
two things. So the link, my husband is here with me. So
okay,
he didn't have the link. He's actually just watching with me. So he wants the link. Mercy of
okay,
God. You see where he has Mercy of God at Gmail, just above.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
so he wants a
Yeah,
link to sign up, and I also want the link to register for the course. If are you going to put it in the email that you're sending out to us?
yes, I will. And I have the link also in the chat. Anyone that wants to, I have the link in the chat.
Okay, I'll copy.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Sorry. By the way, if you're going to sign up today, I think I missed something. Now the oh, it's okay. So it's actually here. The At the point of sign out, use the code AI. That's going to be your coupon code. So the coupon to get the 20% off will be AI. Just put AI in the coupon code, then it's going to give you 20% off from it. So the cost is for all 4 weeks is $150. But if you take out 20% from that, I don't know, I'm not good at math, but it takes out 20% from it. Uh, for the lifetime access is $200. I think if you take out 20%, I think you end up with around $160, I guess, for
So I guess
this.
10% is $15. So I guess 20% is $30.
Yeah, so but whichever one you choose, right? You have 20% off. Use the coupon code AI, so uppercase AI. That's what you need. That's what you need. Um, yes. So the AI course is for every background. I'm going to say that you don't need to have any experience at all. You don't need to have computer experience. No, you don't need computer. As long as you know how to turn on your computer, you know how to use your keyboard. That's all you need. That's all you need. Now, one other thing I will be teaching in the course is, there's a new trend called vibe coding. Vibe coding. I don't know if you guys hear vibe coding. Now it's something that I'm actually working on right now. Vibe coding. You probably might have heard about vibe coding, but in case you don't know what it is when you use AI to build your application, and now it's actually a new market now. Let me show you guys this. For instance, I'm going to show you this. Now look at this application that I'm going to show you. If I told you that I did not write a single code, this is a fully functional social media management application. It's fully functional. As a matter of fact, I also have AI integrated into it. You can generate content from here. For instance, write me a post. Okay, let's say I want to talk about so maybe let's say I have sauce. Let's say curry sauce, whatever, curry sauce. For example, I want to write about that. I just put what I want to write about here. I choose what platform I want to post it to. For example, I want to post it to maybe Twitter, for instance. What type of post? I just click generate content, and the AI is going to automatically generate my content for me. And as you can see right here, it has generated content for me. This is a fully functional application. Now think about the business use case. For those of you who have ideas, but programming is your problem. You don't know how to program, or you don't know how to code or anything. Let me tell you the good news. You don't need to know how to code. Now I'll show you one other platform here. Then we'll wrap it up. No, Video, no, Code.dev. I want to show you one other app that I actually built. I actually built this app recently. Yeah, this one. I love this app. This app is probably one of the best things I've actually done. Now, this is an idea that this actually took me like a day to build everything from start to finish. Took a day, right? Now, watch this. This is for those who do home inspection. With Viper would I expect on no with Viper you don't need yeah, Antonio, you don't need to know anything about coding. No, you don't need to know anything about coding. Look at this. This is a fully functional home inspection app. I built this in one day. Even one day is even too much. I built this in maybe less than 3 hours. This is fully functional. I can actually start a new inspection, take pictures. Let me show you it actually works. See, hello. Let me take a picture of me. No, let me take a picture. You see right there. You see my picture there. Capture my picture. This is fully functional, right? Put in your property information, then you start your inspection. This was done in less than 6 hours. I'm going to show you all the tricks, and now there are actually tricks that you need. Like for example, for this, I actually use both ChatGPT and Code.dev. Now I'll tell you what I did with ChatGPT. No, I can tell you that in the course. How I did this from ChatGPT and I brought it to this. And also I will show you once you're done with this, how you can actually launch this as your app. If you have a startup idea, you have a software as a service idea, it is now easier to build with AI than it was a couple of years ago. So these are some of the things that I'm actually going to teach you when we get. And again, it's 4 weeks, and honestly, I'm going to tell you this is probably one of the cheapest you're going to get in the market. I've seen, and I belong to a lot of forums, and I know how much they typically would charge, for courses like this. But that's by the way, though. The goal is like our goal as a business is to give this information that's available to as much as possible to everyone, right? As possible. That's our goal. That's our vision, right? And we don't want finances to be a constraint. No, we don't want that to be a constraint, right? And also, um, we are thinking of launching a new Facebook group, and in that Facebook group, we're going to be providing information free. Like maybe if there's a new prompt we think is going to be helpful to your business, we'll provide this information for you for free. Now, for that one, you don't need to sign up for the course to be part of the group. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to create the group and I will send that in the email when I'm sending the email. So if you want, you can join the Facebook group. And what we'll be doing in that group is just providing information that's going to be helpful to business. The goal is just to see your business grow. That's our goal. We'll provide information, different prompts. If there's a new technology in AI that we think will be useful, we'll share it. And you're also welcome to share ideas. You know, if you have ideas you think it's going to be helpful to other people in the group, you're welcome to share that idea. I'm going to also send you the link to the Facebook group in the email. The goal is just to share ideas and help everyone. We grow by uplifting others. That's just the truth. And also, the last thing. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Ola, we have a course on automation, but we're gonna now for the 4 weeks course, we're gonna be doing automation, but I would say more of intermediary level automation. We're talking about automation using make.com and even N8N. Yeah, also I'll talk about N8N too during the course. Yeah, it's gonna be part of the things we're looking at. We're looking at automation using make.com and N8N. Yes, it's gonna be part of it. Yes, it's online. The course is strictly online. It's gonna be strictly online. It's strictly online. It's online and yeah, it's gonna be online. It's for 2 hours, 2 days a week. So that's 4 hours per week for 4 weeks, right? Yeah. And please, if you have any questions, please ask. Just ask the questions. Just keep asking your questions. But everything you need, I'm gonna put that in the email that we're gonna be sending out to you. The Facebook group, please join the Facebook group if you can. I really Roxy, we typically don't give certificate, but if you want certificates, why not? We can actually get that ready for you. But typically we don't provide certificate. But if it's something that you want, yes, why not? We can actually do that. But generally we don't, but we can. Um yeah, any other questions? Just ask the questions, guys. Any questions you want to ask, any clarification you need, just please ask. And please, the other thing is we might be sending you emails from time to time because we typically have trainings like this. That's free trainings like this, once in a while, or maybe once in a while and every month. Now, most of our trainings covers not just AI. So we do free training in AI. We do free training in cybersecurity. So those are the two areas we cover: cybersecurity and artificial intelligence. So from time to time, typically we have at least one training a month, at least one free training a month. We don't charge you for it; it's free, right? If we send you those emails and you're interested in whatever topic we're talking about, please feel free to register and yeah. Uh, Nadia. Okay, you know what? Hold on, guys. Let me just post the link to the register. For those of you who didn't register, let me just find the link and send you the link. I think it's probably going to be easier that way to just send you the link. For those who did not register, just give me 1 second. Let me find the link. Let me find the link out, and I'll put a link in the chat so you can actually go in there and look at it for yourself and just sign up. Just sign up really quick. It shouldn't take too long. Oh, where's my? Oh wait, I'm trying to find my. Okay, yeah. Is it this one? Where is it? It's gone. Oh, my ChatGPT is gone. Okay, hold on. It's actually right here. Let me bring it over here. Yeah. So any other question, guys? Any other questions, guys? Let me actually just find the link to the where is the link? I'm gonna find a link to this and I'm gonna give that to you. So for those of you who still, what, let me just find WhatsApp. Let me look for my WhatsApp. I'm gonna post the link there. For those who still want to sign up or those who haven't signed up, please just sign up so that you can actually get the email, please. The link is now in the chat. The link is in the chat now. I think I have a link there. Yeah, the link is in the chat. Um, that's about everything for me. Guys, the link is in the chat. Yeah, will there be another class in May? Yes, we're gonna have a class every month. We typically have a class every month. Yeah, we typically have a class every month. So again, just to reiterate, our focus is so there are two types of training we provide. Actually, there are three of them, but the third one we've not started yet. We provide if you're interested in cybersecurity, we provide cybersecurity training. If you're interested in AI, we provide AI trainings too. Yeah, if you look on our website, you actually see there are actually three of them that you can sign up for any of them. And also, if you have kids and young ones who are interested in programming, yeah, they want to learn Python, we also provide that training too. So it's actually all on our website. On the it's actually on the link, the learn dot TDWS. So learn.td. So our website is actually tdws.com. So TDWS this is the business website, but the learning website is different from this. The learning website, you just put a learn in front, learn.tws.com. This is our learning platform actually. So this is our learning platform. So these are the three major courses we have for now, right? So 3 minute courses we have for now. But again, there are more courses actually coming along the way. Well, we're still working on those. We don't have it ready yet. That's why we don't have it there. So, but anyway, thanks for joining the class today. I really, really appreciate everyone's time, and I really appreciate everyone that joined today. It's really a pleasure for me. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing this. So be on the lookout for emails from us. Again, there's a follow-up email. Then maybe from time to time you might get emails from us about free trainings or paid trainings. Just be on the lookout for those. And please, again, if you can join the Facebook group, it's a new group I'm actually creating right now, and I want to give out the things that I know, most of the things I know that I think will be helpful to some businesses. I want to provide those from time to time, and also create a platform that everyone can also share information about, what might be helpful to the next person. So we're going to do all of that, and thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate. If you want to contact us, yeah, that's our email. Now, if you want to hear the voice of my beautiful secretary, my AI secretary, that is the number. You can call that number. She's gonna answer you. She's gonna talk to you. And this is our website. If you want to follow us on social media, just search for TWS Technology on social media, and you're gonna find us. Again, if you want to hear the voice of the beautiful AI, my beautiful AI secretary, you can call that number. She's gonna answer you. She's gonna respond to almost all of your needs with respect to business.
I don't
Thank
see
you
the
guys
link
so
for the
much.
I don't see the link for the Facebook.
No, no,
You
no,
put
no,
it in the
no,
chat?
no, 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 no. For the Facebook group, I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna send that
Oh,
in
you
the
haven't
email.
created it
Yeah,
yet.
I have not created it yet. It's just something that I thought of that. You know what? I think
Okay, okay.
it's better to have, because we have a Telegram group, but Telegram, not everyone is used to Telegram. So I'll kind of move everyone away from Telegram to Facebook. So we're gonna create a new Facebook group, and I'll be sharing, or myself or anyone in the group can share insights, that will be helpful, to those who are trying to run business, help, yeah, just AI stuff or anything that will be helpful. Right, we're going to be sharing that there. And also, if there are prompts that I think will be useful, I can share those prompts also. It's just for insight and information sharing, basically. You will get all of that in the email. And yes, so one last thing, if you have not, of course, Ola, yeah, if you want to learn how to create it, if you want to learn how to create my AI secretary, yeah, I can show. It's easy actually. I didn't really do too much work. It's like literally 10 minutes. It's easier now, honestly. It's easier now, right? It's easier now. The platform I use is easy. 10 minutes, you have your own AI secretary, and she'll be answering calls for you, and she knows everything about your business. Thank you so much, guys, and I really appreciate everyone joining today. And do have a great rest of the day. And yeah, God bless you guys. Uh, have a good one, guys.
Thank you.
Au
This was
revoir.
very informative. Really appreciate the nuggets.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a
Yeah.
problem.
And I'll
Yeah.
definitely be joining the course. So
All
yeah.
right. All right. Have a good one,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.